Hello and welcome to another fun-filled knife adventure. Hooray! So, today we're going to be taking a look at a Miguron knife. This is a new model for them. So, let's get right into it. Get the plastic off. Says on the back, Miguron knives, Arma XL, flip, pocket knife, MGR 603 XLBK. That should give you a hint, a little bit about what's going on with this. Yeah, on this knife, we've got a towel, a card, a couple of cards, satisfaction guarantees. Then we have the knife itself and some desiccant. Let's get this boy out of here. Put this stuff back. Slip it to the side. Get right into it. All right. Love the milling on some Miguron. There's a preview of the thickness. There's the back side. There's the bottom. Let me get something to wipe it off with. Excuse me. Get the oils off of it first before we even open it. All right. Wow. That is one heck of a knife. Big, big beefy boy. So, there we go. Let's see how it feels in the hand. It surprisingly does not feel extremely heavy. For as thick and as wide and as big as this is, there must be lots of internal milling going on. Yes, there are huge pockets milled out of the inside, which helps give it an overall feel. It does not feel like a knife as big as it is. Let's see what kind of action we've got. We've got drop shut. We got perfect centering. Yep. Let's see if the pivot's good and tight on it. It is. No blade play up and down or side to side. Now, I'm not normally a fan of DLC, but I wanted this knife and I wanted to give it a try. So I did grab it. I believe at the moment it is the only option they offer. I'm sure that will change in the future. But as of now, it's the only one they're showing. Yeah. Lock feels good. Lock up, since the blade is so thick, it's probably 10-15%, but it's plenty with a blade that thick. Speaking of a blade that thick, let's get into some measurements on it. Starting with the weight. The weight of this big boy is 11.73 ounces. So it does almost hit the 12-ounce mark, which is 3/4 of a pound. Let's see. Let's get some other measurements on it. That DLC does look great on it from this angle. So blade length, right at 4 1/8 out to the front of the scales here. And cutting edge, cutting edge is a little under 4 3 7/8. Overall length is pushing 9 inches. I wonder if my calipers will open wide enough to measure it. No, I'm just joking. They definitely will. The width of it, not counting the clip, is 0.806. And then the width counting the clip is 0.963. The blade width up here at the top by the jimping, 0.3175. And then it narrows all the way down to 0.0415 right behind the edge. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer to the edge. 0.035 behind the edge. So there's some measurements for you. Let's test and see how sharp it is to be a blade that big. On the back of the blade, let's see. Of course, it's a lot of blades. Yes, is digging in back here in the back. Probably needs a good stropping. It's hard to even get it to cut paper because of how big it is. Let me actually grab my strop and hit it a few times. Sorry, forgive me. All right, I just gave it three good strops on each side. Wipe it off. See if that helped it any. Oh yeah, helped it a bunch. That's all it needed. See an instant difference. Just that last step is all it needed. A little bit of a stropping. So that's good. Now, let's do a few size comparisons for you. Start out with the normal ones. There's the PM2 and the PM3. Let's see. And we will only do one more of the original ones, the Spyderco Shaman. Then we will go up into some other knives. This is the Vero Nova. You can see the comparison against the Nova. This is the Griffin Scout. You can see it against the Scout. This is the Kunwu Django XL. Looks like a smaller knife compared to the Arma XL. This is the Kaiser GPB1. Blade top to bottom on it is about the same as the Arma XL. Then we have a couple of actual Miguron knives. This is the Arma non-XL version. And this is the Prayer non-XL version. And as you can see, The prayer is about exactly the same overall length. The handles are actually probably a little wider on the prayer. To give you a frame of reference, the PMP Alpha Beast is, compared to this one's 11.7 ounces. The PMP Alpha Beast, I believe, is around 17 ounces. Yes, this one's 11.7. And the PMP is 9.25-inch knife, where this one's a little over 9 inches, but weighs a whole 6 ounces more, which is almost half the knife again. I think the blade stock on it is probably pretty similar. Like I said, this knife does not feel like a giant knife. It actually is not as heavy as I was expecting. The clip is not totally deep carry, but it, just the thickness of those screws, and they did put them close together. I love the milling texture on the scales. It repeats the same little kind of pattern from the regular Arma, just a little bit bigger. I'm curious to see how this DLC coating will hold up. Looks like the clips repeat the same kind of pattern also. Body screws are just kind of spaced appropriately for the size. Great knife. I don't know how much I will actually carry this one, but I will carry it some to see how much it pulls my pants down, and to test it overall in the pocket. Let's go really quick to their website. Let's see here. So right now, it's showing that it's 20% off at $349, but I imagine that's what the price is going to stay. Looks like they only have 67 available at the moment. They say that the overall length is 9.20, whereas I believe the PMP Alpha B says 9.25. Something I didn't mention is it is M390 blade steel. 59 to 61 HRC, blade length 4.03 inches. Blade thickness, they got it, I think exactly what I measured, 0.315. Handle length, 5.16. Let's kind of check that. 5.1 or 5.2, so that's close. Handle thickness, 0.8. That's what we got. Dark gray PVD. Weight, 335 grams. I'm curious to see exactly how far off they are, if any. 332.6 is what I'm getting. So it's they just rounded up to the 335. Yeah, 11.7 ounces for this boy is not bad, comparatively speaking. It is from China, of course. Yeah, I'm very excited to see. Let's bring up the PMP Alpha Beast really fast. PMP Alpha Beast. Let's actually go to their website. German to English, massive overbuilt knives. Not familiar with this newer version here. Well, let's go back to the DLT trading. Take a look at it. It is $700 as opposed to $350. It says 4-inch blade length. Blade thickness is 0.393. Overall length 9.125. So it's actually overall shorter. And then 16.68 ounces. I guess you pay twice if things are made in Italy. No, that's just a joke. I wish they would show the overall thickness. I think that has been measured and it is a little over 0.8. I don't know why their website did not have clickable links. Just kind of talks about their models. Doesn't really have where you can click on them and learn anything else. So update your website, PMP. So yes, going back to the knife itself. Here it is again. I appreciate you being here and checking out this unboxing and review. I hope it gave you a little insight on how big the knife is and what it looks like, how it feels. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do so. Give me a thumbs up if you feel so inclined. I appreciate you coming here. You didn't have to be anywhere. I mean, you didn't have to be here, but you are, and that means a lot to me. And I appreciate it. And we will see you on the next one. Thanks.